блядь, а бригада в курсі вообще про цю хуйню?
It's December, it's wet and rainy. We're near Pokrovsk with the 37th Marine Brigade. The situation on the front line is grim. Yet, France has recently stepped up to the challenge and answered Ukraine's call for weapons. Now, the only consolation Ukrainian soldiers have is that actually on the other side, Russians are also struggling with the same kind of weather. And what the Russians don't have, at least in quantity, are the French AMX-10, delivered in a few batches recently, and the 37th Brigade might receive more these days. Let's take a closer look. The AMX-10 was first created in the 80s for expeditionary forces where they mostly faced pickup trucks and machine guns. With its 1.5 centimeters armor, the AMX-10 is ill-equipped for frontal assaults. Ukrainians learned it the hard way during the Bosch 2023 counteroffensive, but it was a lesson learned. Its main asset, speed. The IFV can reach 85 kilometers per hour. But the mud complicates everything, especially with the vehicle's wheels, Shaman, a crew member, tells us.
You see the weather, and it's not good for it. But in dry weather, it works great.
The AMX-10 is armed with a 105mm rifled gun mounted on a turret, an asset that allowed Ukrainians to turn it into a self-propelled artillery gun to shoot up to 7 kilometers at the highest cannon angle.
The gun works super good. Is it accurate? It depends like any equipment. Usually the unit commander of the team gets some coordinates, checks the target, and then we attack.
Red commands his team. He was trained in France. This is the cabin from where he leads the attack. The vehicle's firing rate depends on the loader's efficiency. With one shot every 6 seconds over a 60-70 second period, the crew can fire 11 to 12 rounds.
Its accuracy is okay. The armor is a little weak. It is not designed for close battles. It works well. We continue to work as we should and have some experience. Thank God, and we believe in him. We'll stay healthy and continue working that way.
Red doesn't hide the situation is tough. Most recently, the Russians managed to take the village of Sontsivka. They're closing in on Kurakhove despite losing well over 1,000 men a day. They're roughly 8 kilometers from Pokrovsk, a key hub to capture the entire Donetsk Oblast, one of the Kremlin's objectives.
It's very difficult here. Are they assaulting every day? Yes, according to the reports, that's the case.
France delivered at least 40 AMX-10 to Ukraine in 2023 and keeps giving with a new upcoming batch of 18.
Thanks a lot, France. We need more new machines, and we'll be very grateful if you can help us.
The AMX-10's accuracy depends on drones to adjust fire. And to objectively assess the situation, nothing beats a view from the sky. After an hour's drive and a few slips on the road, we arrived at the 37th Command Center, headed by
We work with FPV, mortars, tanks, AMX-10s. Most T-64s and T-80s operate in our direction. We use most of them in closed firing positions, which is how they're the most efficient here.
The brigade recently relocated its command center to protect it from the relentless Russian advance. The team is young, between 20 and 30, and well organized. Is lucid on Russia's advance and tactics.
The enemy is constantly assaulting Kurakhove from the right and the left flank.
The conversation is cut short. Some Russians are assaulting Ukrainian positions nearby.
Да, там вот от наших позиций до пилотов.
Ого, блядь, а бригада в курсі вообще про цю хуйню?
Ладно, понял.
The room is buzzing with reports and orders. The hunt has started.
Це сюди? Ага.
Да.
Блядь, завод піде, так машини, блядь, і бачив там дохуя.
Угу. 1, 2, 4, 6, 9, блядь.
It's all hands on deck to get the Russians before they get to the positions, and the men need a bit of extra motivation to stay focused. As we leave, the result of the fight is still uncertain, as the Russians on the screen keep evading the drones. One thing is for sure, Ukrainian soldiers' willpower is intact. The unit won't give up until the drone lands its deadly charge on the Russians, saving their brother-in-arms from death, or worse.